halina't sumayaw sa tinig ng kahapon.
Kumusta, buddies? Welcome to our video, mga katropa. In our first video, we just counted how many free Shinobites are we really receiving in each month. Now, in this video, we will going to tackle what's a good way to spend all those Shinobites. I mean, that's insane. That's a lot. If you're a free-to-play player, you know that it's all that we can have. So, let's not waste it. What I'm going to share with you today is something I learned after a 6-month experience of summoning in certain banners, which I will be sharing with you a bit later. Okay, so what's a good way to spend all those free Shinobites? That is to spend it all in a single banner. I repeat it again, a good way to spend all those free Shinobites is to spend it only in a single banner. For example, you will only spend all of those in Roundup Mission banner, or you will only spend it all in Shinobi Story banner, or in Sam banner. Okay, you may ask, why? Why do this? You have much Shino. Can't I summon in other banners? Why only in a single banner? Okay, so here's my story. How did I realize this way? If you're not new in my channel, and if you have watched the very first video that I posted here in my channel, you will know that I was shafted in the Narukage and Kase Kage Gaaras banners, and in Kushina and Minato's banners. Those are OP banners, which too bad I didn't get all their full kits. And I'm a bit sad about that. You know why? Simply because I only allotted 1,100 Shinobites for their banners. Because of that incident, I learned a hard lesson to allot many amount of Shinos in a certain banner. For example, I want Kushina's and Minato's banner. So, I will not just spend 1,100 Shinobite. I must allot many Shinobites there because the more you summon in a banner, the less chance you will be shafted. That's my reason why spend it all in a single banner. Because if you will only allot a little Shinobites in a certain banner, there's a high chance that you may be shafted. Yes, sometimes we're lucky, but it's not all the time that we are lucky. If we really want a certain Shinobi in that banner, we should focus it only in summoning in their banner. Or if not for a certain Shinobi, for a certain cause. For example, you wish to allot it all in the AOM banner because you want to have cards with already levels in it. Because as you recall, when we drew AOM banner cards, they are already maxed level. So, when we got cards like that, we can just extract those XP and give it to a certain Shinobi that we wish to upgrade. So, something like that. No, this is one of the reason why I didn't summon in Jubidara's kit. It's because I think 1,000 Shinos is still not yet enough to get his new kit. And I'm scared to summon because I don't have his old EX ult. So in case I will be shafted, my Shinobi is incomplete. As we all know, ultimate jutsus are important in Shinobi, and especially in combat. Okay, so the second reason why you need to allot all those free Shinos in a certain banner is simply because you need to invest or build up the specific Shinobi featured in that banner. Of course, all of us chooses to draw in a certain banner simply because we want to get a certain shinobi featured in that banner. And when a shinobi is featured, like those in Roundup and in Sam, we all know that it is their high time to invest or to be built up. Because if as we draw in their particular banner, we may get items that may help us build them up even more stronger. For example, this OP item, the hero keys. You will not get this key very easily unless the shinobi in that key is featured. You know why? Because if a shinobi is not featured, you may only buy this hero key which is used to make a shinobi patri here in Shinobi Token Exchange. And you cannot easily get Shinobi tokens easily because you may only acquire it through summoning in major banners like this in Roundup banner. Look, as you can see, as you draw, there is a hero key giveaway. But why investing a particular shinobi is important? Let me tell you my story. Okay, so March came and Saam banner of Raikage and Killer Bee came. So I did a lot now, more shinos in their banner, and I did manage to get their kits. And I was happy. I feel that my shinobi is complete, only to realize in the next month that there is still something lacking in them. And that is to make them a Path 3 shinobi. So as you can see here, my Raikage and Killer Bee didn't reach Path 3. Unlike in my Shishui and Itachi, which is the next Sam banner after Raikage and Killer Bee. You know what I realized? I realized that a Path 3 shinobi hits different bodies. In my server, Path 3 shinobi is much different than a Path 2 shinobi. I know other players are already satisfied with Path 2 and they can make their shinobi already insane even though they are Path 2. But I just observed that during defense, a Path 3 shinobi is much stronger compared to a Path 2 shinobi. Before, my fort is really having a great struggle in defending the base. All of my defenders are Path 2 shinobi. Now, when Shisui and Itachi Anbu came in my fort, my win rate in fort increases. And as I observe how they fight, their survivability also increases. The same also in AM missions attack. In using them, they are more stronger, durable against really powerful opponents. And that is when I realized that getting the full kit of a certain shinobi is not yet enough. It's good, but there's still something lacking in it. And that is to invest in them. And you can only invest in them the easy way is when they are featured. Like for example, let me show you. Madara Uchiha. Okay, so suppose we can reach his path 2. As always, that's easy. But how can we make it a path 3? So let's imagine that my Madara is already a path 3 shinobi. Okay, so all of this is complete. No. So we need 4 more keys to make him Path 3. Where can you get those 4 hero keys? So we can get it by summoning in his banner. Okay, so for example, you reach step 3 because the next key is a bit far, round 3, step 3. But in round 1, step 3, there. So you have 10. So you have 1 set of keys. There is key in the exchange shop here in Roundup. Here. So you have 2 sets of hero key. So you now have 20. You need 40. Now, if you keep on summoning in Jubidara's banner, for example, you got the full kit already, and you finish uh, with the fourth time in summoning in his banner. I mean, round 2, step 1, you already done. So, presumably, you have already acquired 40 summoning medals. So, you can buy here in the shop another 2 sets of hero key. So, you already have 30. Now, where can you get that last 2 keys to make Madara Patri? You may wait for Madara's kit to appear here in Daily Shop. Because as we all know, when a shinobi is featured, his hero key will appear in Daily Shop. Or if you can't wait anymore and you have extra shinos or more, you may update it here using 10 shinobites. So you may easily acquire his key. There! You now have a Patri shinobi. But what if Jubidara's kit is already no more? He is not featured anymore. Your only source to make him Patri is through the Shinobi token exchange. So, Jubidara is here. I think, yes. So, he's here. But it costs 40. And one round-up summon, you will only be given 10 Shinobi tokens. So, it takes a lot of time to invest a Shinobi if they are not featured. So, this is the reason why you need to allot all your free Shinos in a certain banner. Because it will help you invest in a certain Shinobi featured in that banner. And in that way, you can now have a real powerful OP Shinobi in your hand. Or if that Shinobi is not that OP, at least it is strong enough to keep up with the strong Shinobis in the game. This is another reason why I still don't draw in Jubidara's banner. Simply because I am still waiting for the Sam banner to come. Because maybe even though Jubidara is one of my favorites in the characters, probably a more favorite shinobi of mine will appear in Sam. So if I already allotted all my shinos for Jubidara, I will not have any shinos anymore for the Sam banner or for that specific shinobi. Because as you know, my motivation for my prime motivation for building up a shinobi is because he's my favorite. I rarely invest a shinobi simply because they are meta. That is why I'm still waiting for the Sam banner to come. And when the Sam banner comes, that is when I will decide which banner I will allot all my shinos. The same way, I advise that allotting your shinos to a specific banner requires patience, because if you really wish to decide wisely, I think you must wait for the Sam banner first to come before you decide whether you will take on the roundup mission or the Sam banner. Or if not, you will choose AOM. Or anyway, it depends on you. Okay, so let's continue. So after I realized that learning during Shishui and Itachi's banner, that is when I combined my learnings. That's why, as you can see, I allotted most of my Shinos in Naruto and Sasuke Final Showdown's banner. And look, I managed to make them Part 3 and to get their new kits. And yes, they are pretty insane in defense. I mean, for real. I also managed to invest in Kakashi Boy's kit, although I failed to buy him the last hero keys because I already lacked the Shinobites to buy in the daily shop, simply because I already allotted much Shino in Hashirama's banner at the same time because I was tempted to continue summoning in Edo Hashirama's banner because he's one of my favorites also. But because I failed to get full kit, my Kakashi suffered. Also my Rin. And thirdly, when you allot your free Shinos only in a specific banner, you will not just get hero keys, but you will get other important materials for a shinobi. For example, here in Jubidara, you may get good items, shinobi tools for him, especially during some banners. They are giving away specific ninja tools only to be equipped by that featured shinobi. For example, here in Kakashi Hatake, I managed to get another extra Kakashi's Katana ninja tool because I drew in the round. I managed to complete a whole round to draw in his banner. The same with Raikage. I got an extra March Shoulder ninja tool. And like in Killer Bee, Killer Bee's gloves. Unlike when in Kushina's banner, which I only allotted 1,100 Shinos, I didn't get her other apron tool. But you know why this is important, these tools? Simply because the more you have the personal tool, the more you can put resistances for them. For example, here in my Shishui, I have his old tool, the Entrusted Thoughts, and I have the 3 new tools of his. The 2 acquired from the round exchange shop and the one from the draws. If you have a lot of these personalized tools, you can easily put your desired resistances for them. For example, here, I prioritize building Shishui paralysis resistance. And when you have tools like this, you can easily build complete resistances. For example, here, I have 130% paralyzed resistance. That's already equal to full resistance. So my Shishu can't be paralyzed even though he don't have that status effect immunity. But if you fail to get these tools, what tools can you still use if you don't have these? Well, there are other tools where you can use, but it will be hard for you to build them with full resistances if you don't acquire as much as possible a lot of their personalized tools. So I hope you are getting what I am talking about here. So that's it, buddies. That's my learnings on why allot all your free Shinobites in a single banner. Don't forget to continue tuning in my channel because in relation to my celebration of first anniversary as an NXB gamer, I'm going to showcase my 5 top Shinobi in my account. And thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like my video and you want more of my contents. So that's it. Kita kits!
Hayaan